I snuck around the back of the library and got through an open window and hid under the desk and heard all kinds of things you wouldn't believe could be said. But that was all part of my plot, to find out if the music professor was able to keep his word. 'Cause I have my eye on being to play a piccolo for real.
It's all right, I know everything, and it doesn't make any difference.
What are you talking about?
You are probably very young. One can make a mistake.
What?
No apologies, no explanation, please. I'll only be in town a short while, and the sadder but wiser girl for me.
Will you please make your selection and leave?
I have.
Well, what do you want to take out?
The librarian!
Quiet, please!
The librarian. You're not listening, Marian. Look. Marian. Marbles. 6 steelers, 8 aggies, a dozen peewees, and 1 big glassy with an American flag in the middle. I think I'll drop them.
No!
Madam Librarian. What can I do, my dear, to catch your ear? I love you madly, madly, Madam Librarian. Marian, heaven help us if the library caught on fire and the volunteer hose brigademan had to whisper the news to Marian. Madam Librarian. What can I say, my dear, to make it clear? I need you badly, badly, Madam Librarian. Marian, if I stumbled and I busted my whatchamacallit, I could lie on your floor unnoticed till my body had turned to carrion. Madam Librarian. Now in the moonlight, a man could sing it. In the moonlight, and a fellow would know that his darling had heard every word of his song with the moonlight helping along. But when I try in here to tell you, dear, I love you madly, madly, Madam Librarian. Marian, it's a long-lost cause I can never win. For the civilized world accepts as unforgivable sin any talking out loud with any librarian, such as Marian. Madam Librarian.
Would you please go, Mr. Hill? There is nothing more to be said. This place is a sanctuary for the mind.
But if I pointed out a few selected titles on these shelves, maybe we could correspond through some classical love stories. A, anatomy, B, biology, C, chemistry. Jack and Jill, that was a great romance.
It's a pure, innocent boy and girl nursery rhyme.
Oh, no, Jack really fell and Jill tumbled after him. Romeo and Juliet.
A tragic encounter.
I disagree. They just died for one another.
Ho, ho.
Samson and Delilah.
Her morals were very questionable.
What a hairdresser. I Wuthering Heights. We could be Kathy and Heathcliff.
That book is no more than a study of insanity.
Sure, they were madly in love. The Scarlet Letter, a great American love story by Nathaniel
That
Hawthorne.
book has strictly limited readership.
So let's limit it to you and me. We'll read it together over dinner.
We'll do no such thing.
What about on the top shelf?
What? Oh, no.
No. Where's the ladder?
Oh, no.
Oh, I got it.
Oh, no, you don't.
Wait, stay there. Wait till I get it.
You better watch it up there.
Shall we, Eloise and Abelard? Or shall we tiptoe through the Arabian Nights?
Will you just get down from there? Immediately?
Okay, wait.
Thank you.
We could dip into an Indian love lyric or Shahrazad, the illustrated human anatomy. We could check the finer details together. Or some poetry, Robert Browning. You can be my Elizabeth Barrett. Escape me never, my
I am
beloved.
perfectly capable of reading to myself.
Not nearly so much fun. Listen.
I'm being serious.
But there's nothing serious about the Pied
Oh,
Piper.
yes, there is. He made music and bewitched the children of the town, and they disappeared. A dangerous man like you, Mr.
My
Hill.
intentions are above reproach, lady. It's just that I have different means of pressing my suit. Shall I compare thee to a summer's day?
Mr. Hill, I think it's good night.
All right, shall I compare thee to a good night? Now, here's some of Mr. Longfellow's sound advice. Listen to this, and I quote, "Oh, be swift to love, make haste to be kind. Do not delay, the golden moments fly." Now, Miss Marian, you can't have stuff like this on your shelf without putting some of it into practice.
If I read St. Joan, it doesn't mean I have to put my head in the fire.
Well, for instance, you would want to show some appreciation of the kings and prophets in the good book, right?
Not out of context, no.
I was thinking of the Sons of
A
Solomon.
deliberate misinterpretation is nothing short of blasphemy.
Seems pretty straightforward to me. It says here, "Let me see thy countenance, let me hear thy voice. For sweet is thy voice, and thy countenance is
The
comely."
man was right about you. You're a spellbind and lacking in moral fiber.
Now let me tell you, lady, you are censoring sensation. And in my book, that's not fair.
Fair! You walk into this town like some bogus latter-day saint and expect the whole community
Listen,
to
Mrs. Prim and Proper, I've always made a habit of coming up with the
And
goods.
it's well to remember, Mr. Professor, guns have a habit of getting damaged.
But when I try in here to tell you, dear, I love you madly, madly, Madam Librarian. Marian, it's a long lost cause I could never win. For the civilized world accepts as unforgivable sin any talking out loud with any librarian such as Marian. Madam Librarian. The Ladies' Dance Committee meets Tuesday nights. Marshmallow.